Okay, so good morning class. In this video, I will discuss to you about the continuation or the second part of our topic, problem solving strategies or Polyas 4 steps in problem solving. So this is the second part of our discussion. So we have now in example 2. So in example 2, we apply Polyas strategies through working backwards. So in our problem, we have in consecutive turns of a Monopoly game, Rona first paid 800 pesos for a hotel. She then lost half her money when she landed on boardwalk. Next, she collected 200 pesos for passing go. She then lost half her remaining money when she landed on Illinois Avenue. Rona now has 2,500. How much did she have just before she purchased the hotel? So, in applying Polyas strategy, the first step is we need to understand the problem. Okay. So, we need to determine how much money did Rona have just prior to her 800 pesos for a hotel. Okay. So, ilan ba yung money ni Rona originally bago pa siya nagbayad ng 800 pesos para doon sa hotel? So, in the second step, we need to devise a plan. So, in devising a plan, we need to have ano ba yung mas appropriate na gawin. But in this example 2, we use working backwards. So, in devising a plan, we could actually use guess and check. But we might need to make several guesses before we found the correct answer, right? An algebraic method might work, but it might be a challenge for setting up the equation. So, since we know the end result, we have 2,500, let us try the method of working backwards. So, we apply working backwards in this problem. So, in step 3, so this is now the time to carry out the plan. So, since we napag-usapan natin, napag-desisyon na natin, we decided to use the working backwards strategy. Now, let us have our solution. So, di ba sabi doon, since we already know the end result, which is 2,500, we can use working backwards. So, itong 2,500, this is yung remaining money ni Rona. Ito yung remaining money ni Rona, which is 2,500. So, let us start. In the last 3 sentences, it stated there that she then lost half her money remaining when she landed on Illinois Avenue. So, we need to identify first we need to know first kung ilan ba yung money ni Rona just before she landed on Illinois Avenue. So, we have here the solution. Since sinasabi dito, she then lost half her money, half her remaining money. So, we meaning to say that, ilan ba yung original money niya bago nag-come up with 2,500? So, since sinabi dito na half her remaining money, so dinivide siya sa 2. So, ilan ba yung original money niya na kapag dinivide mo sa 2, the answer is 2,500. So, in working backwards, since division yung ginamit dito, we need to multiply 2,500 by 2. So, 2,500 times 2, this is 5,000. So, meaning to say that Rona have 5,000 pesos just before she landed on Illinois Avenue. So, yung pera niya dito, bago pa siya nag-land doon sa Illinois Avenue, meron siyang 5,000 pesos. Next step is, in this sentence, she collected 200 pesos for passing go. So, meaning, ilan ba yung pera niya before siya nag-collect ng 200 pesos para mag-come up with 5,000? So, since she collected, meaning to say that you are going to add 200 by your yung nauna mong money before ka mag-land at before passing go, the answer should be 5,000. So, ilan ba yun? So, since we add, in working backwards, we need to subtract 5,000 by 200. So, 5,000 minus 200, the answer here is 4,800. So, meaning to say that, meron siyang 4,800 just before she passed go. So, after she landed on boardwalk, meron na siyang 4,800. Then, next step, we are now going to focus in this statement. She then lost half her money when she landed on boardwalk. So, meaning to say, ilan ba yung pera niya originally before she landed on boardwalk? So, since sinabi naman dito na half her money, meaning to say, dinivide yung money niya, then nag-come up siya with 4,800, then therefore, we need to multiply 4,800 by 2, then we have 9,600. So, meaning to say that, yung money niya, meron siyang 9,600 prior to landing on boardwalk. So, ibig sabihin, before siya mag-land sa boardwalk, meron siyang 9,600 pesos na money. Then, ilan ba yung originally money niya before niya binayaran yung hotel na which is 800 pesos. So, since nagbayad si Rona ng 800 pesos sa hotel, yung result na lang ng money niya is 9,600. So, meaning to say, from the original money na hindi pa natin alam, we subtract 800, so we come up with 9,600. Now, in working backwards, since subtraction yung ginamit natin to come up 9,600, we need to add 9,600 by 800. So, we have here 9,600 plus 800. So, now the original money here is 10,400. So, therefore, it means that Rona had 10,400 just before she purchased the hotel. So, yun yung, this is how we work backwards in our solution. So, from this point, papunta tayo doon hanggang sa makarating tayo sa original money. Okay. So, to review the solution, this is the first step of Polya. We need to review the solution, kung tama ba yun. So, to check our solution, we start with 10,400. So, from this point, papunta naman tayo sa result, which is 2,500. So, we have 10,400, which is yun yung original money ni Rona. Then, sabi dito, in our first sentence, Rona first paid 800 pesos for a hotel. So, we need to less 800 pesos for in 10,400 to come up with 9,600. Then, according to this statement, she then lost half her money when she landed on boardwalk. So, ilan na lang yung natira sa 9,600? So, we need to divide it by 2. So, half of 9,600 is 4,800. Next, she collected 2,000 for passing go. So, meaning to say, may pumasok sa kanyang pera. So, we need to increase 4,800 by 200, which is yung na-collect niya sa passing go. So, we have 5,000. And the last one, she then lost half her remaining money when she landed on Illinois Avenue. So, meaning to say, half of her money she lost before she landed on Illinois Avenue. So, we need to divide it by 2, and the remaining money that Ron have is 2,500, which is our end solution. So, this is how are we going to use working backwards in solving a problem solving like this. So, you may now answer the check your progress to solve the problem. Use Polyas for your complete solution. So, hint, we need to use a backward solution. You can use actually guess and check or any method as long as you can explain your answer. Okay. So questions. Okay, so let's proceed to example 3. In example 3, it is using solve a deceptive problem. So we have here the problem. Uh, a hat and a jacket together cost 100 pesos. The jacket cost 90 pesos more than the hat. So what are the cost of the hat and the cost of the jacket? So in step 1, we need to understand the problem. After reading the problem, we might think that the cost of the jacket is 90 pesos and the cost of the hat is 10 pesos, which is actually wrong. The cost of the jacket is 90 more than the cost of the hat. So meaning to say, mas malaki daw ng 90 pesos yung cost ng jacket kaysa sa cost ng hat. So we need to find that two amounts whose differ is 90 pero yung sum nila is actually 100. So this is how we understand the problem. Next step is we need to devise a problem. So let H be the cost of the hat. So let H be the cost of the hat. And H plus 90 for the cost of the jacket. Why we need to add 90? Because according to this problem, that the jacket, since ito yung cost ng jacket, yung jacket daw is 90 more than the cost of the hat. So mas malaki ng 90 pesos sa cost of the hat. Since we represent H as the cost of the hat, so we need to add 90 from H. So kung ilan man yung cost ng hat, this is more than 90. So this is our equation. So we need to have the algebraic equation. So cost of the hat, which is H, we represent that as H, plus cost of the jacket, which is H plus 90. And it is equal to the total cost, which is 100 pesos. So in our step 3, so we now have the mathematical equation, which is H plus 90 is equal to 100. So in our third step, we need to carry out the plan. In solving the above equation, which is H plus 90 is equal to 100, so we just remove the parentheses para hindi kayo malito. So we combine like terms, H plus H is equal to 2H, then we just copy 90, then it is equal to 100. And by transposing 90 to the other side, since this is positive, so if we transpose that to the other side, it becomes negative. So we have just copy 2H is equal to 100 minus 90. Then simplify 100 minus 90, it is equal to 10. Then you just copy 2H. Then we divide both sides by 2 para makancel yung 2 dito. Then 2 divided by 2, we just cancel it. Then the remaining here is H. So 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. Then therefore, the cost of the hat is 5 pesos. And the cost of the jacket is 90 plus 5, which is 95 pesos. Okay, so to review the solution, so the sum of the cost is 5 plus 95, so this is actually 100. So meaning to say that the cost of the jacket is 90 more than the cost of the hat. Diba mas malaki ng 90 pesos yung cost ng jacket kaysa sa doon sa cost ng hat. So if we subtract 95 minus 5, the answer here is 90. So therefore, our solution is correct. So if we substitute that, so H plus 90, go back to our equation. So H, we have 5, and then 5 plus 90, we have Actually, this is 95, I'm sorry. So 5 plus 95, so this is actually 100 is equal to 100. So this is how we solve a deceptive problem like this one. Okay, so we need to understand the problem. We need to devise a plan, or what equation are we going to use, or what strategies are we going to use. And we need to create the plan, or we need to carry out the plan. So we need to solve the problem. And the last, if you know the result, if you already know the result, we need to review the solution if it is correct. So if it is not correct, then go back to our solution. So now you may now answer the activity 2, Polyas problems solving strategies. Good luck and God bless.